The blackout is here. Why is this such a big opportunity for the Big Red as they began painting the end zones black on Thursday? They've gone all in on black everything.
Are they going to paint that in on the midfield?
I think so. Everything.
Yeah. Okay.
And remember, this is the only home game until like November 27th.
Why is it such a big opportunity? Oh, there you go. There's a lot of reasons. I mean, I talked about November. I mean, one thing we don't talk about much around here is Nebraska 6-2, win this 7-2, got a great shot at UCLA 8-2. And then you start to talk about that playoff thing a little bit, right?
And what's Penn State going to be by that game?
Right, exactly. So that it seems like that's an undercurrent discussion because people don't think about it very realistic they don't feel, I don't want to speak for fans too much here, but it doesn't feel like people feel it's realistic, you know?
Yeah, I think when you look at the Big Ten, nobody's really giving the Big Ten a shot to have a fourth playoff team. And I think you have to figure out what happens in the SEC because the SEC has positioned itself well right now they're going to probably get 4 bids and they're talking 5 bids.
Yeah, I was going to say 5.
And a lot of it is the ACC. Will they get 2? Will the Big 12 get 1 or 2? Will Notre Dame get in? I mean, there are a lot of variables to this playoff discussion that when I look at it right now, to me, this will be one of the harder years to probably set the 12-team field.
Right, I think so. But I'm just saying Nebraska at least could put itself in the discussion.
In the room.
Yeah. So it kind of represents that to me. Okay, let's put it this way, Sean. I think you'd agree with me. You'll look at Nebraska a little differently if they beat USC, right?
Yeah, give them a ranked win.
Yeah.
Over a team that handled Michigan. Yes, they lost to Notre Dame, but Notre Dame's a playoff team.
Right. Why is this such a big opportunity for Nebraska? I'm telling you, that November record looms large in my mind. You got to reverse it. Oh, well, the other thing is the ranked opponent stat, which is abhorrent. Rule is 0-7 at Nebraska against the top 25. Rule is 3-25 overall. Now, but that's not as bad as Nebraska's as a program. You have to go back to 2016. That's 28 games. It's 28 games, Sean. They haven't beat is that right? 28 games. 0-28 against ranked opponents,
and like
that stuff is getting ridiculous.
Like 6 or 7 of those are Ohio State. I mean, they had a draw where they had to play Ohio State like every year. I mean, they've had some tough opponents where they were, it's not like I'd love to know the data on this SIP of those 20 some games. How many times were they favored?
Well, I know, but Sean, to me, that's not what it's about. Of course, they're not.
Yeah, because like Mike Riley, you go back to like 2015. He beat Michigan State, who made the college football playoff that year.
Yeah, I'm not asking that they go 500, just win a couple of them. So it's a lot of it's that. By the way, Nebraska 4-19 in November since 2019. You know what Iowa is in that time span? 23-3 in November. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? That's not Rule. That date predates Rule, obviously. But how come Iowa's 23-3 in November?
And you think about how these two programs have turned, that November stat is it right there.
Bam. Bam.
What has Iowa done in November? They've beaten Wisconsin, Nebraska, Minnesota. What's Nebraska done in November? They've lost all those games.
Loses them. Yeah. So start to swing that. This would be a big win in that regard. It's a huge opportunity. It's a huge opportunity for this reason. You got this blackout, this kind of new thing for Nebraska. Wow. I'm going to tell you something. That thing will catch fire quickly in this program if they beat USC.
Don't you think that they want to do this every year?
Well, yeah.
Kind of like the Penn State whiteout.
Exactly. But what I'm suggesting is it would gain serious momentum right off the bat if you can beat USC here.
Yeah, here's the problem they're dealing with. And the 4 other times they've worn black uniforms, they've lost all 4.
Great.
And, 2 of them, like 2019 Indiana, they wore black. 2020 Illinois, they were huge favorites. McCaffrey made a start in that game. They wore black, and they've played poor. Illinois, UCLA was an all black game in 2013.
Yep.
So they're 0-4 when they've worn the all blacks.
But there wasn't blackouts.
No, it wasn't. Well, I want to say the UCLA 2013 game, people did wear black.
Oh, they did.
But they played those games. Not one of those 4 games were night games.
No, that was a day game.
All 4. I looked it up. All 4 previous black jersey games were all played during the day.
So this could be different.
Yeah, I just think the scene. Indy's leadership was very, very conscious of this. Like, hey, we're going to wear the blackout on what we think is going to be a night game.
Okay, so why is it such a big opportunity? It's USC. I mean, it's a 23rd ranked USC team, not a vintage USC team by any stretch, but it's a logo game. This Nebraska's still looking for momentum as a program. They're looking for a big win like this. Here it is.
This will be the coldest weather game USC has played since they've joined the Big Ten. And I know there's been some, I even, one of the weatherman on Twitter kind of poo-pooed the weather, but you're talking about like a 50-degree difference in temperature.
Yeah, I kind of look at it this way. Sean, if it's 42 degrees at kickoff and the wind's not blowing, I'm not sure that's a huge advantage. But if it dips down into the 30s and it's a little windy, then I look at it a little differently.
Yeah, do they move as fast? Do they hit as hard? I mean, like, are there there's elements that the cold kind of slow you down a little bit?
Maybe a little. But the combination of the cold and the time zone change, and they haven't handled that. They're 0-7.
Like Jaden Maeva's from Hawaii.
You're really riding this.
But he's played at Air Force in the cold when he was at UNLV. So like it's not in the Notre Dame game was sloppy. It was wet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's a factor. I don't know what kind of factor.
It is notable though, like USC in their most recent history, they've never traveled this far in like November. Like generally they stay in LA or that area in the month of November.
Right. So it's different.
Because they always play UCLA in November. And then Notre Dame, when they go out there in November, it's at Notre Dame. It's in November. So I think it's a break for Nebraska to get USC to travel cross country late in the year.
Yep.
So we'll see. I mean, they've got injuries at running back too, but they continue to, they've been able to kind of overcome that.
Oh, opportunity for Nebraska too, because of the recruiting element.
And we'll hit on that in our last.
Yeah, you can really impress these recruits.